Okay, so I'm hoping this video does end up making some sense. This is mostly for newer players, but this is going to be the fundamentals of building a deck in Marvel Snap. Okay, so I may be going over some stuff that may seem a bit easy and whatnot in nature, but keep in mind this is all leading somewhere. First of all, I would like to point out that we have in this case, zero cost, the one in the blue, that is actually the cost that it will cost to play. Basically, every turn you get more max energy, and energy is the thing you use to actually play cards in Marvel Snap, and then its power is next to it. Now, when you're looking to build a deck, you want to basically find your starting point, okay? In this case, I have this card as my starting point. He does 610. It's worth noting that if you go over to your collections, you can actually search for specific cards. You can also search by upgrade, if they can be upgraded. The newest, say you got a new card added to your collection and you want to use it, you can search that as well. Like say I wanted to use her, for example, but what you want to do is find your base card. Look at the effect of the base card in your deck. This in particular is the end of turn effect. But it is 610, and the way Marvel Snap works, it's since you get one max energy per turn. Normally, I wouldn't get to play him till turn 6, okay? So I want cards that support being able to play him on turn 5 at least, okay? Yes, I want to be able to play him on at least turn 5. So I will need to find a way to either A, make his cost lower, or B, get more energy quicker. Okay, so let's actually go the energy route. So we type in energy. I'm going to click favorite just so it doesn't give us like a bazillion cards to go through. Now it will only show us our favorite cards. But if you don't have any favorite, you can just go through all of them. Now, it's telling me these cards have energy in the keyword. Now, only some of these actually manipulate energy. So we look at, say, Hope Summit, for example. She is one energy, gets one energy next turn after you play a card here. She's fine, but she's not fast enough for us for this particular deck, okay? Now, for this particular deck, it's Electro is what we want. Alternatively, you could try a Wiccan thing, but I think Wiccan might be a little too slow because Wiccan's ability is on reveal if you spent all of your energy on previous turn, max 2 energy. On turn 4, so that means that would let you get him out on turn 5, but I like the ability to try to get the energy I need on turn 3 instead, which is where Electro comes in handy, which on reveal +1 max energy ongoing, you can only play one card a turn. Now I do have a whole video covering this deck if you want to see gameplay and whatnot, this deck in particular. Now, the ongoing effect of Electro is a negative effect. It's to counteract the fact that you're getting max energy one max energy on turn 3. So it refills your energy. So you're getting, each turn you get your energy refilled, rather. So you're actually getting max energy a turn quicker. So you only have 5 energy on turn 4, 6 energy on turn 5, so on and so forth. But the best way to get rid of, you'll want to then search for a card that will potentially get rid of cards. Okay, get rid of like the last card you played, for example. So you want cards that maybe would swap it out. So if we search swap as the keyword, you'll see we have 2 options really. Quake, I'm gonna click it real quick. The Mastery System just came out. I have a whole video about it and everything. It came out not too long ago. Well, anyway, there are different things, but for what we need, Quake isn't it. Quake swaps locations, but we want to swap out Electro ASAP. We want to get him off the field because it's his on reveal effects that gives us 1 max energy. It's ongoing, would only let us play 1 card per turn, and we don't want that, okay? So we have either Lockjaw, which Lockjaw is a bit too late, like a lot too late, because you'd have to play him turn 4 and then Electro turn 5. And that defeats the purpose of us having extra energy to summon this. So, Blink, let's see her ability. On reveal, swap the last card you played with a card that costs more from your deck. So she can swap out Electro for us. Now she is a 5 cost, but that's okay, because thanks to Electro on turn 3, and how the game works, we would normally get an extra energy per turn. So we basically get 10-5. We would have an extra max energy per turn. So we get a max energy plus 1 max energy on turn 3. Then when it hits turn 4, we get plus 1 max energy because that's how the game works. So we have 5 energy. Enough to play Blink and blink away Electro. Bonus, Electro, thanks to Blink's card, can actually, in theory, be this dude if we don't have him in our hand. So that's actually pretty good. The only way this combo doesn't work is if we draw all 3 of these dudes in our hand. Then there's no one left for Electro to swap with. So yeah, that is that, because Blink specifically says with a card that costs more from your deck. It can't be another 3 card because those are the same. It can't be a 1 or 2 card because those are less than the cost of Electro in this case, which is 3. I hope that it's making it clear to you guys, because see, as you see, so let's review. Okay, we have an objective, which is to be able to play him as soon as possible. So in this particular case, turn 5 would be as soon as possible. Okay, so in order to do that, we are going to play Electro, and then we are going to blink away Electro. But there is an alternative, okay, which is Wave here. Wave is an interesting card. We would have to search cost if we wanted to even know about Wave. Yeah, if we didn't know about Wave, we could hit cost. These are all the cards that have cost in them, so potentially card that discount other cards. And then out of this, you could look at all the abilities. There are quite a bit here, but what we're looking for is Wave, which on reveal, cards cost a maximum of 4 until the end of next turn. Now, this is all cards. That includes your opponent's cards. That's why this is usually somewhat iffy to play, because it affects your opponent as well. But with this, say we don't have Electro on turn 3, we have her on turn 3 instead. She cuts exactly the same as Electro, 3. And she doesn't have the ongoing downside, but that's because her downside, as it were, she affects the opponent as well, so they can play their big card next turn. And then that means technically on turn 4, we get this dude out. So that is pretty cool. The way this deck works, though, is this dude's effect. It says, put end of turn, put a created card from your hand here. So created card is, now if this was any other game, it would count as a keyword, okay? The keyword would be here in bold, created card. That's a key phrase, I guess I should say. So that means we need cards that generate, that are created cards. Created cards refer to cards that, if you hover on them, they would say created by such and such. Like Iron Patriot here is I don't actually know if we can. I mean, we can technically search created, but that really doesn't help much at all. So we can, I guess, random would be how you get to some of your created cards. Okay. Random or add. So you can see random cards like Maria Hill, Agent Coulson, they count as created cards. Valentina. Technically, Tim Wilson, Captain America, creates a card. He creates the shield at the beginning of the game. But that really doesn't help us with this synergy. Let's see, copy the card that costs the most from your opponent's hand into your hand. She creates a card because she copies a card. See, that's one of those things. You'll have to realize keywords matter. Phrasing of the card is very important. It doesn't say steal the card that cost the most from your opponent's hand and add it to your hand. It says copy the card that costs the most from your opponent's hand into your hand, meaning that their most expensive card, White Queen, will make a copy of that card and add it to your hand. It could be bad, it could be good. White Queen does not care if it's bad or good. They're like, hey, you want the card? I'm giving you the card. Okay? Same with Valentina. So I guess we could do add as the keyword for most of these. Yeah, add. Yeah, add isn't bad. Add does get at some places, like Agent 13 says, add as well. But yeah, I really wish that probably, maybe that will be different by the time you're watching this in the future, but that is one thing I really wish they would change. I wish they added like the created card keyword to all of these, or create a card or something, so new players can actually search. But I digress. And just for the record, we also have cards here that reduce the costs of our created cards. We also have Lunar Snow, which is Plan B, Plan C, yeah, because she adds an ice cube to each player's side of the field, and the ice cube gives each player +1 energy. So, if the opponent has an ice cube, they get +1 energy. We have an ice cube, we do. That's an alternative way to be able to do our goal of summoning Itzan on turn 5, okay? So, yeah. And we are kind of hoping for a bit of luck with this deck, honestly. But our big goal is to summon Isan and let him figure out the rest. And that's a big thing, because circling back to creating a deck in Marble Snap, you need to have an end goal in mind, like an end game, like a line that you that you see in your head that you want to try to achieve. If you're just playing cards to play them, yeah, it's not very good. You might luck into a game. What's funny is with that add keyword, this shows up, and this is actually a created card as well. This actually creates cards as well. Yeah, it can create a copy of your last played card. So if you want that, that is possible as well. But yeah, I think I am going to end it off here. If I'm being honest, I think that worked out perfectly fine. I hope this video wasn't too confusing. Hopefully it did help some of you in some way, shape, or form. Okay. If it didn't, let me know that as well. I'd really appreciate your feedback. And I try to make a more condensed version in the future. Okay, I just wanted to go over in detail about the idea of deck building in Marble Snap. With the deck as an example, as I said, I do have gameplay of this deck. Feel free to check it out if you so wish. And I've kept you guys long enough. I'm going to end it off here. I will catch you guys in the future. Later.